Property and Casualty Exam Prep Jeff. Question 1. Excess insurance means, Option A, the policy pays first. Option B, the policy pays only after primary insurance limits are exhausted. Option C, the policy pays equally with primary. Option D, no coverage exists. The correct answer is Option C, the policy pays equally with primary. Excess coverage applies above and beyond primary policy limits. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 2. As stated amount auto policy. Option A guarantees payment of the stated amount. Option B states the insured's valuation, but the insurer pays the lesser of stated amount or ACV. Option C pays replacement cost. Option D has no limit. The correct answer is Option C, pays replacement cost. Stated amount is not a guarantee, the insurer pays the lesser of the stated amount or ACV. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 3. A reporting form in commercial property insurance. Option A requires monthly reporting of property values with premium adjustments. Option B reports all claims to the state. Option C reports only liability claims. Option D has fixed premiums. The correct answer is Option A, requires monthly reporting of property values with premium adjustments. Reporting forms are used for fluctuating inventory values, with premiums adjusted based on reported values. Question 4. The most important principle for an insurance producer to follow is, Option A, maximizing commissions above all else. Option B, acting in the best interest of the client with honesty, integrity, and competence. Option C, selling as many policies as possible regardless of need. Option D, avoiding all communication with clients. The correct answer is Option B, acting in the best interest of the client with honesty, integrity, and competence. A producer's fiduciary duty is to serve the client's best interests with professionalism and integrity. Question 5. Twisting in insurances. Option A, a dance move. Option B, inducing a policyholder to cancel an existing policy and replace it with a new one to the policyholder's detriment. Option C, offering lower premiums. Option D, explaining policy benefits accurately. The correct answer is Option B, inducing a policyholder to cancel an existing policy and replace it with a new one to the policyholder's detriment. Twisting is a form of misrepresentation that harms the policyholder. Question 6. Umbrella policies typically require the insured to maintain. Option A, no underlying insurance. Option B, specified minimum limits on underlying policies, auto, homeowners, watercraft. Option C, only health insurance. Option D, only life insurance. The correct answer is Option D, only life insurance. Umbrella policies require underlying insurance with specified minimum limits. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 7. An adhesion contract means, Option A, both parties negotiated equally. Option B, the contract is drafted by one party, the insurer, and the other party must accept or reject it as is. Option C, it is non-binding. Option D, it requires a notary. The correct answer is Option A, both parties negotiated equally. Insurance policies are contracts of adhesion. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 8. The claims made CGL form covers. Option A, occurrences during the policy period. Option B, claims first made during the policy period, provided the occurrence is after the retroactive date. Option C, all claims regardless of when made. Option D, only reported claims. The correct answer is Option B, claims first made during the policy period, provided the occurrence is after the retroactive date. Claims made policies are triggered by the claim being made during the policy period. Question 9. The increased cost of construction coverage, ordinance or law coverage C, applies to, Option A, the damaged portion only. Option B, the undamaged portion of the building that must be demolished due to building codes. Option C, the entire building. Option D, only the foundation. The correct answer is Option A, the damaged portion only. Coverage C covers the increased cost to repair or reconstruct the undamaged portion that building codes require to be demolished. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 10. Pollution liability insurance covers. Option A, all pollution. Option B, gradual and sudden pollution events, as the CGL pollution exclusion is broad. Option C, only sudden pollution. Option D, only government-mandated cleanup. The correct answer is Option A, all pollution. Pollution liability policies fill the gap left by the CGL pollution exclusion. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 11. A temporary substitute vehicle is covered under a PAP when, Option A, the insured borrows a neighbor's car for convenience. Option B, The insured uses a non-owned vehicle while their covered auto is out of service due to breakdown, repair, or loss. Option C. The insured rents a car for vacation. Option D. Any borrowed vehicle. The correct answer is option D. Any borrowed vehicle. A temporary substitute replaces a covered auto that is out of normal use. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 12. The care, custody, or control exclusion in a liability policy excludes. Option A. Damage to the insured's own property. Option B. Damage to personal property in the insured's care, custody, or control. Option C. Bodily injury to others. Option D. Completed operations. The correct answer is option C. Bodily injury to others. This exclusion applies to property of others that is under the insured's direct physical control. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 13. The products recall exclusion in the CGL excludes. Option A. All product-related claims. Option B. The cost to recall, repair, or replace defective products. Option C. Only food products. Option D. Only automotive products. The correct answer is option B. The cost to recall, repair, or replace defective products. Recall costs are excluded. Separate recall insurance may be available. Question 14. A vehicle used in a carpool under a PAP is. Option A. Always excluded. Option B. Generally covered if it is a share the expense carpool, not for profit. Option C. Excluded if any money changes hands. Option D. Only covered with a commercial policy. The correct answer is option A. Always excluded. Not-for-profit carpools are typically covered. For hire transportation is excluded. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 15. A PAP with split limits of 50/100/25 means. Option A. $50,000 property damage per accident. Option B. $50,000 bodily injury per person, $100,000 bodily injury per accident, $25,000 property damage. Option C. $50,000 combined single limit. Option D. $25,000 bodily injury per person. The correct answer is option A. $50,000 property damage per accident. Split limits are by per person / by per accident / PD per accident. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 16. Surplus lines insurance can be placed only when. Option A. Standard insurers offer the coverage. Option B. Coverage is unavailable from admitted insurers and is placed through a licensed surplus lines broker. Option C. Any agent places it. Option D. The insured requests it for any reason. The correct answer is option C. Any agent places it. Surplus lines require a diligent search of the admitted market first. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 17. The false pretense coverage in a garage form covers. Option A. Theft by employees. Option B. Loss when a vehicle is voluntarily parted with based on fraudulent representation. Option C. Only outright theft. Option D. Only burglary. The correct answer is option B. Loss when a vehicle is voluntarily parted with based on fraudulent representation. False pretense covers situations where a vehicle is obtained through fraud or trickery. Question 18. The FAIR plan provides. Option A. Luxury property insurance. Option B. Basic property insurance for those unable to obtain coverage in the standard market. Option C. Flood insurance. Option D. Earthquake insurance. The correct answer is option B. Basic property insurance for those unable to obtain coverage in the standard market. Fair access to insurance requirements. Plans are state-mandated insurance pools for high-risk properties. Question 19. A commercial auto policies who is an insured provision includes. Option A. Only the named insured. Option B. The named insured and anyone using a covered auto with permission. Option C. Only employees driving company vehicles. Option D. Only the vehicle owner. The correct answer is option D. Only the vehicle owner. Permissive users of covered autos are insureds under the liability coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 20. The transportation expenses coverage in a commercial auto policy provides. Option A. Employee commuting costs. Option B. Temporary substitute transportation while a covered auto is being repaired. Option C. Fuel costs. Option D. All travel expenses. The correct answer is option A. Employee commuting costs. Transportation expense coverage pays for a temporary substitute vehicle. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 21. Garage keeper's legal liability covers. Option A. The garage building. Option B. Damage to customers' vehicles in the garage's care, custody, or control. Option C. The garage owner's personal auto. Option D. Employee injuries. The correct answer is option C. The garage owner's personal auto. Garagekeeper's coverage protects against damage to customers' vehicles at the garage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 22. The supplemental extended reporting period, TAIL, option A, is free. Option B, provides an unlimited or longer period to report claims for an additional premium. Option C, has no time limit and is automatic. Option D, only applies to property claims. The correct answer is option B, provides an unlimited or longer period to report claims for an additional premium. Supplemental ERP offers extended reporting for an additional premium. Question 23. A contractor's equipment floater covers: option A, buildings under construction. Option B, mobile construction equipment and tools. Option C, liability. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option A, buildings under construction. Contractors' equipment floaters cover movable construction equipment on an open perils basis. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 24. In property insurance, at what point must insurable interest generally exist? Option A, only at the time of policy application. Option B, at the time of loss. Option C, when the premium is paid. Option D, both at application and at the time of loss. The correct answer is option C, when the premium is paid. For property and casualty insurance, insurable interest is required at the time of loss. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 25. The PAP excludes physical damage coverage for: option A, collision with another vehicle. Option B, wear and tear, freezing, mechanical breakdown, and electronic equipment not permanently installed. Option C, theft of the entire vehicle. Option D, fire damage. The correct answer is option D, fire damage. Maintenance-related damage and certain electronics are excluded from physical damage coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 26. Non-renewal of a policy. Option A, is the same as cancellation. Option B, is the insurer's decision not to renew at expiration, requiring advance notice. Option C, requires no notice. Option D, is always prohibited. The correct answer is option C, requires no notice. Non-renewal occurs at the end of the policy period, unlike midterm cancellation. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 27. An insurer's annual statement is: option A, optional. Option B, a detailed financial report filed with state insurance departments. Option C, only for shareholders. Option D, a marketing document. The correct answer is option C, only for shareholders. Annual statements provide regulators with detailed financial information. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 28. When a driver takes their eyes off the road to send a text message and causes an accident, the basis for the legal claim is most likely: option A, absolute liability. Option B, vicarious liability. Option C, negligence. Option D, no-fault liability. The correct answer is option C, negligence. Negligence is the failure to use the reasonable degree of care that an ordinary person would exercise under similar circumstances. Question 29. The contractual liability exclusion in the CGL has an exception for: option A, all contracts. Option B, liability assumed under an insured contract. Option C, only written contracts. Option D, only oral agreements. The correct answer is option B, liability assumed under an insured contract. Insured contracts, leases, sidetrack agreements, etc., are covered. Question 30. The named insured in a PAP includes: option A, only the person listed on the declarations. Option B, the person listed and their spouse if residing in the same household. Option C, all household members. Option D, only the vehicle owner. The correct answer is option D, only the vehicle owner. The named insured includes the listed individual and their resident spouse. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 31. The PAP's no benefit to bailee provision means: option A, a bailee has no coverage under the policy. Option B, the policy does not benefit a bailee for loss to the vehicle while in their custody. Option C, bailies are automatically covered. Option D, bailies pay the premium. The correct answer is option B, the policy does not benefit a bailee for loss to the vehicle while in their custody. This provision prevents auto repair shops and similar businesses from benefiting from the owner's policy. Question 32. A leader property endorsement covers: option A, the insured's main building. Option B, lost income when a leader business, anchor tenant, that attracts customers is damaged. Option C, only retail stores. Option D, only manufacturing. The correct answer is option A, the insured's main building. Leader property coverage applies when damage to a key business that attracts customers to the insured's location causes income loss. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 33. The term sublimit in insurance means, option A, the total policy limit, option B, a lower limit of coverage for a specific type of property or loss within the overall policy limit, option C, the deductible, option D, the premium. The correct answer is option B, a lower limit of coverage for a specific type of property or loss within the overall policy limit. Sublimits cap the amount payable for certain categories of property or losses within the overall policy limit. Question 34. A commercial property policies, your business personal property includes, option A, the building, option B, property owned by the insured and used in the business, option C, property of others only, option D, real estate. The correct answer is option B, property owned by the insured and used in the business. Business personal property is the insured's own business contents, including furniture, fixtures, equipment, and inventory. Question 35. A physical hazard is best described as, option A, dishonest behavior by the insured, option B, a physical condition that increases the likelihood of a loss, option C, carelessness or indifference to loss, option D, legal conditions that increase loss frequency. The correct answer is option D, legal conditions that increase loss frequency. Physical hazards are tangible conditions like icy sidewalks or faulty wiring. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 36. The DP3, dwelling property 3, form provides, option A, named perils for the dwelling, option B, open perils for the dwelling and named perils for personal property, option C, no coverage, option D, liability only. The correct answer is option C, no coverage. DP3 is the special form, providing open perils coverage for the dwelling and named perils for personal property. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 37. Completed operations, coverage under a CGL covers, option A, work in progress, option B, bodily injury or property damage from work that has been completed by the insured, option C, only construction, option D, only manufacturing. The correct answer is option A, work in progress. Completed operations covers liability for the insured's finished work. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 38. The CGL policy covers bodily injury and property damage that, option A, is expected or intended by the insured, option B, occurs during the policy period and is caused by an occurrence, option C, happens anywhere in the world without limitation, option D, is caused by pollution in all cases. The correct answer is option A, is expected or intended by the insured. The CGL covers by and PD caused by an occurrence during the policy period. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 39. The HO4 policy is designed for, option A, homeowners, option B, condominium owners, option C, renters, tenants, option D, mobile homeowners. The correct answer is option D, mobile homeowners. HO4, or renters form, covers a tenant's personal property and provides liability coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 40. Which of the following best defines a pure risk? Option A, a situation involving the possibility of both loss and gain. Option B, a situation involving the possibility of loss or no loss. Option C, a situation involving the possibility of gain or no gain. Option D, a situation involving only market volatility. The correct answer is option A, a situation involving the possibility of both loss and gain. Pure risk exists when there is a chance of loss but no chance of financial gain. These are the only types of risks that are typically insurable. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 41. The PAP's automatic termination provision terminates coverage. Option A, at the end of the policy period. Option B, when the insured obtains other insurance on the covered auto. Option C, when the premium is paid. Option D, at the agent's discretion. The correct answer is option D, at the agent's discretion. If the insured obtains other insurance on a covered auto, the PAP automatically terminates on the effective date of the new policy. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 42. The duty to defend in a liability policy means, option A, the insurer must pay all claims regardless of coverage. Option B, the insurer must provide a legal defense against covered claims. Option C, the insured must defend themselves. Option D, the insurer only pays settlements. The correct answer is option C, the insured must defend themselves. The insurer has the duty to defend the insured against suits seeking damages for covered claims. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 43. The aggregate limit in a liability policy is, option A, the per occurrence limit. Option B, the maximum the insurer will pay for all covered losses during the policy period. Option C, the deductible. Option D, the premium. The correct answer is option D, the premium. The aggregate limit is the total maximum payout for all claims during the policy period. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 44. Defamation by an insurance producer involves option A, complimenting a competitor, option B, making false, malicious statements about another insurer's financial condition, option C, comparing policies accurately, option D, advertising one's own products. The correct answer is option D, advertising one's own products. Defamation includes false statements intended to harm another insurer or producer. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 45. The threshold in a no-fault state determines option A, the minimum premium, option B, when an injured party can sue the at-fault driver, based on injury severity or monetary threshold, option C, the deductible amount, option D, the policy limit. The correct answer is option B, when an injured party can sue the at-fault driver, based on injury severity or monetary threshold. Thresholds, verbal or monetary, determine when a tort lawsuit is permitted in no-fault states. Question 46. The causes of loss, broad form adds which perils to the basic form? Option A, flood and earthquake. Option B, water damage, collapse, and falling objects. Option C, all perils. Option D, no additional perils. The correct answer is option D, no additional perils. The broad form adds perils like water damage, collapse, falling objects, and weight of ice/snow. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 47. Ordinance or law, coverage in homeowners' policies. Option A, is automatically included with full limits. Option B, is typically limited or excluded, may be added by endorsement. Option C, covers all code upgrades. Option D, has no limit. The correct answer is option B, is typically limited or excluded, may be added by endorsement. Standard HO policies provide limited ordinance or law coverage. Question 48. The Federal Employers Liability Act, FELA, covers option A, railroad workers, option B, seamen, option C, federal employees, option D, minors. The correct answer is option B, seamen. FELA provides a negligence-based compensation system for railroad workers. In this rotation, B is correct. Question 49. The business auto coverage form uses symbols to designate option A, premium amounts, option B, which autos are covered, option C, deductible amounts, option D, policy limits. The correct answer is option A, premium amounts. Covered auto designation symbols define which vehicles are insured. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 50. The basic extended reporting period, TAIL, in a claims-made CGL, option A, is unlimited, option B, provides 5 years to report claims, option C, provides a limited period, usually 60 days, to report claims after policy termination, option D, has no reporting extension. The correct answer is option A, is unlimited. The basic ERP provides a short automatic extension. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 51. The PAP excludes liability coverage for option A, permissive users, option B, intentional acts, business use of certain vehicles, and vehicles furnished for regular use, option C, the named insured, option D, family members. The correct answer is option B, intentional acts, business use of certain vehicles, and vehicles furnished for regular use. Intentional acts, certain business uses, and vehicles available for regular use are excluded. Question 52. An employee is insured in a commercial auto policy is covered for option A, any vehicle they drive, option B, only when driving a covered auto in the course of employment, option C, personal use of company vehicles, option D, any use of any vehicle. The correct answer is option C, personal use of company vehicles. Employees are insured only while using a covered auto within the scope of their employment. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 53. The self-insured retention, SIR, under an umbrella policy, option A, is the same as a deductible, option B, is the amount the insured pays before the umbrella responds when the loss is not covered by underlying insurance, option C, is paid by the insurer, option D, is refundable. The correct answer is option A, is the same as a deductible. SIR applies to losses covered by the umbrella but not by underlying insurance. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 54. The automatic increase in insurance endorsement. Option A, increases premiums without notice. Option B, automatically increases coverage limits periodically to account for inflation. Option C, reduces coverage. Option D, applies only to liability. The correct answer is option A, increases premiums without notice. This endorsement provides an automatic increase in building limits at regular intervals. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 55. Truckers coverage form is designed for: Option A, businesses that own trucks but are not for hire carriers. Option B, for hire trucking companies that transport goods for others. Option C, only local delivery. Option D, only private passenger vehicles. The correct answer is option C, only local delivery. Truckers' forms are for motor carriers transporting property for hire. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 56. Part D of a PAP provides: Option A, liability coverage. Option B, medical payments coverage. Option C, uninsured motorist coverage. Option D, coverage for damage to your auto, physical damage. The correct answer is option B, medical payments coverage. Part D covers collision and other than collision, comprehensive, damage to the insured vehicle. In this rotation, B is correct. Question 57. Host liquor liability under a homeowner's policy. Option A, covers a business serving alcohol. Option B, covers the insured who serves alcohol to guests at a social event, not a business. Option C, excludes all alcohol-related claims. Option D, requires a separate policy. The correct answer is option A, covers a business serving alcohol. Host liquor liability covers social hosts, not those in the business of selling alcohol. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 58. The additional living expense coverage in a homeowner's policy is: Option A, coverage A. Option B, coverage B. Option C, coverage C. Option D, coverage D. The correct answer is option D, coverage D. Coverage D is loss of use, including additional living expenses. Question 59. A high-risk driver may be placed in: Option A, the standard market. Option B, a non-standard insurance market or assigned risk plan. Option C, the preferred market. Option D, no insurance program exists. The correct answer is option D, no insurance program exists. Non-standard insurers and assigned risk plans serve high-risk drivers. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 60. An insurance contract is considered a contract of adhesion because: Option A, both parties negotiate terms equally. Option B, the insured must accept the contract as written by the insurer. Option C, only one party makes a promise. Option D, the value exchanged is unequal. The correct answer is option A, both parties negotiate terms equally. The insured has no input into policy language and must adhere to the terms written by the insurer. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 61. Workers' compensation is governed by: Option A, federal law exclusively. Option B, state laws with some federal oversight. Option C, the NAIC. Option D, individual employer policies. The correct answer is option B, state laws with some federal oversight. Workers' compensation is primarily state-regulated with some federal programs. Question 62. The period of restoration in a business income policy begins: Option A, when the policy is purchased. Option B, when the physical loss occurs. Option C, 72 hours after the physical loss. Option D, when the business reopens. The correct answer is option C, 72 hours after the physical loss. The period of restoration typically begins 72 hours after the physical loss occurs, unless a waiting period is eliminated. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 63. The CGL policy's separation of insureds condition: Option A, combines all insureds into one. Option B, applies the policy separately to each insured, as if each had their own policy. Option C, separates the policy into parts. Option D, eliminates cross-liability coverage. The correct answer is option A, combines all insureds into one. Severability ensures one insured's breach does not void coverage for other insureds. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 64. Experience rating in commercial auto insurance. Option A, uses only the insured's past loss experience to modify the premium. Option B, has no impact on premium. Option C, is only for new businesses. Option D, guarantees lower premiums. The correct answer is option D, guarantees lower premiums. Experience rating adjusts premiums based on the insured's actual loss history. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 65. Contractual liability coverage in a CGL policy covers: Option A, all contracts. Option B, liability assumed under certain defined insured contracts. Option C, only written contracts. Option D, only oral contracts. The correct answer is option A, all contracts. Contractual liability covers liability assumed under insured contracts as defined in the policy. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 66. Punitive damages are intended to, option A, compensate the victim for actual losses. Option B, punish the defendant for egregious conduct and deter similar behavior. Option C, pay medical bills. Option D, cover lost wages. The correct answer is option A, compensate the victim for actual losses. Punitive, exemplary, damages go beyond compensation to punish and deter. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 67. After a total loss, the PAP pays, option A, the full policy limit. Option B, the actual cash value of the vehicle at the time of loss, less the deductible. Option C, the replacement cost of a new vehicle. Option D, the amount owed on the loan. The correct answer is option C, the replacement cost of a new vehicle. Total loss settlement is ACV minus the deductible. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 68. The HO8 policy is designed for, option A, new construction. Option B, older homes where replacement cost exceeds market value. Option C, renters. Option D, condominiums. The correct answer is option D, condominiums. HO8 is the modified coverage form for older homes, providing named perils coverage on an actual cash value or functional replacement cost basis. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 69. The mobile equipment exception to the auto exclusion means, option A, all vehicles are covered under CGL. Option B, certain equipment, bulldozers, forklifts, is covered under CGL even if auto-like. Option C, no equipment is covered. Option D, only licensed vehicles are covered. The correct answer is option C, no equipment is covered. Mobile equipment is covered under CGL, not the auto policy. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 70. Supplementary payments in a liability policy cover. Option A, the full judgment amount. Option B, additional costs like court costs, attorney fees, and bond premiums in addition to the liability limit. Option C, the deductible. Option D, the premium. The correct answer is option A, the full judgment amount. Supplementary payments are made in addition to the liability limits. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 71. The MCS 90 endorsement in commercial auto policies. Option A, is optional for all carriers. Option B, is required for motor carriers subject to federal regulations, guaranteeing payment for liability. Option C, reduces coverage. Option D, applies only to interstate carriers. The correct answer is option C, reduces coverage. MCS 90 guarantees compliance with federal financial responsibility requirements. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 72. A dishonest individual intentionally fakes a slip-and-fall accident to collect insurance money. This behavior is an example of A. Option A, physical hazard. Option B, moral hazard. Option C, morale hazard. Option D, legal hazard. The correct answer is option A, physical hazard. Moral hazards arise from dishonest or fraudulent behavior by the insured. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 73. An arbitration clause in an insurance policy. Option A, requires litigation. Option B, requires disputes to be resolved by a neutral third party outside of court. Option C, is optional. Option D, has no legal effect. The correct answer is option D, has no legal effect. Arbitration is binding and avoids court proceedings. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 74. The principle of indemnity is best described as, option A, the insured may profit from a loss. Option B, the insured is restored to the financial position they were in before the loss. Option C, the insurer pays double the loss amount. Option D, the insured receives a set amount regardless of loss. The correct answer is option A, the insured may profit from a loss. Indemnity means the insured should not profit from insurance but should be made whole. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 75. Which of the following damages is designed to compensate an injured party for measurable monetary losses like medical bills and lost wages? Option A, punitive damages. Option B, general damages. Option C, special damages. Option D, nominal damages. The correct answer is option D, nominal damages. Special, or specific, damages are economic losses that can be calculated and documented through bills and receipts. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 76. A personal umbrella liability policy provides, option A, primary coverage only. Option B, excess coverage over underlying liability policies, with broader coverage for some exposures. Option C, property coverage. Option D, health insurance. The correct answer is option C, property coverage. Umbrella policies provide an additional layer of liability protection above underlying policies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 77. The war exclusion in a commercial auto policy excludes, option A, all accidents, option B, losses caused by war, insurrection, or rebellion, option C, only declared wars, option D, only foreign wars. The correct answer is option C, only declared wars. War and similar actions are standard exclusions in most insurance policies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 78. The Fair Credit Reporting Act affects insurance by, option A, prohibiting use of credit information, option B, requiring insurers to notify applicants if adverse action is taken based on a credit report, option C, mandating credit checks, option D, ignoring credit information. The correct answer is option C, mandating credit checks. FCRA requires notice and consent for credit reports used in underwriting. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 79. A claims-made liability policy covers claims that are, option A, caused by an occurrence during the policy period, regardless of when reported, option B, first made against the insured during the policy period, option C, made at any time after the policy expires, option D, reported before the policy begins. The correct answer is option B, first made against the insured during the policy period. Claims-made policies cover claims first made during the policy period, regardless of when the incident occurred, subject to retroactive date. Question 80. Garagekeeper's coverage applies to, option A, the dealer's own vehicles, option B, customers' vehicles in the dealer's care for service or storage, option C, the building, option D, employee vehicles. The correct answer is option A, the dealer's own vehicles. Garagekeepers covers customers' vehicles in the care, custody, or control of the garage. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 81. Liberalization clause in a policy means, option A, the insurer can reduce coverage, option B, if the insurer broadens coverage without additional premium, existing policies automatically receive the benefit, option C, the insured can cancel, option D, premiums increase. The correct answer is option A, the insurer can reduce coverage. Liberalization automatically extends improvements. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 82. An occurrence CGL policy covers claims based on, option A, when the claim is made, option B, when the injury or damage occurred, option C, when the policy was purchased, option D, when the premium was paid. The correct answer is option D, when the premium was paid. Occurrence policies cover injury or damage occurring during the policy period. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 83. The fellow employee exclusion in a PAP excludes coverage for, option A, injuries to passengers, option B, injuries to fellow employees in the course of employment, covered by workers' compensation, option C, all employee injuries, option D, family member injuries. The correct answer is option C, all employee injuries. Injuries to coworkers in the course of employment are excluded because workers' compensation applies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 84. Replacement cost coverage pays, option A, the depreciated value of damaged property, option B, the cost to repair or replace with materials of like kind and quality without deduction for depreciation, option C, the market value, option D, the original purchase price. The correct answer is option B, the cost to repair or replace with materials of like kind and quality without deduction for depreciation. Replacement cost coverage does not deduct for depreciation, providing funds to replace damaged property with new materials. Question 85. The fellow employee exclusion in a commercial auto policy excludes, option A, all employee injuries, option B, injuries to fellow employees in the course of employment, option C, only management injuries, option D, only non-employee injuries. The correct answer is option A, all employee injuries. This exclusion prevents duplication with workers' compensation. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 86. Pollution coverage under a commercial auto policy is, option A, broadly covered, option B, limited or excluded, with a specific pollution endorsement available, option C, automatically included, option D, covered only for bodily injury. The correct answer is option B, limited or excluded, with a specific pollution endorsement available. Pollution from auto accidents may be covered, but broader pollution is excluded without endorsement. Question 87. The abandonment clause in a property policy states, option A, the insured must abandon damaged property, option B, the insured cannot abandon damaged property to the insurer, option C, the insurer must accept abandoned property, option D, the insured can demand the insurer take the property. The correct answer is option B, the insured cannot abandon damaged property to the insurer. The insured cannot abandon damaged property and demand the insurer pay the full policy limit. Question 88. Coverage E of a homeowner's policy provides: Option A, personal liability coverage. Option B, medical payments to others. Option C, property damage. Option D, loss of use. The correct answer is option A, personal liability coverage. Coverage E is personal liability insurance for bodily injury and property damage the insured is legally obligated to pay. Question 89. The standard deductible under an HO3 policy for wind/hail losses is often: Option A, a flat dollar amount. Option B, a percentage of the dwelling coverage, in some coastal areas. Option C, no deductible. Option D, the same as other perils. The correct answer is option A, a flat dollar amount. Wind/hail deductibles may be percentage-based in coastal areas. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 90. Coverage C of the CGL policy provides: Option A, bodily injury liability. Option B, medical payments, no-fault medical expenses for injuries on premises. Option C, personal injury liability. Option D, products liability. The correct answer is option D, products liability. Coverage C is medical payments coverage, regardless of fault. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 91. Self-insured retention, SIR, in an umbrella policy is: Option A, the same as a deductible in the underlying policy. Option B, the amount the insured must pay before the umbrella policy applies when the loss is not covered by underlying insurance. Option C, the premium. Option D, the aggregate limit. The correct answer is option A, the same as a deductible in the underlying policy. SIR applies when a loss is covered by the umbrella but not by any underlying policy. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 92. Under the PAP, your covered auto does not include: Option A, a vehicle listed on the declarations. Option B, a vehicle furnished or available for the named insured's regular use. Option C, a newly acquired auto. Option D, a temporary substitute auto. The correct answer is option A, a vehicle listed on the declarations. Vehicles available for regular use are excluded from the definition of covered auto. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 93. A warehouseman's legal liability policy covers: Option A, the warehouse building. Option B, the warehouse operator's liability for customers' stored goods. Option C, employee injuries. Option D, automobiles. The correct answer is option A, the warehouse building. This covers the legal liability of a warehouse operator for goods stored by others. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 94. Employment Practices Liability Insurance, EPLI, covers: Option A, workers' compensation claims. Option B, claims alleging discrimination, harassment, wrongful termination, and retaliation. Option C, general liability. Option D, automobile accidents. The correct answer is option C, general liability. EPLI covers employment-related wrongful acts. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 95. Blanket insurance means: Option A, insurance covering only one item. Option B, one policy limit covering multiple items or locations. Option C, insurance with no limit. Option D, only liability coverage. The correct answer is option B, one policy limit covering multiple items or locations. Blanket coverage provides a single limit that applies to multiple items, locations, or categories of property. Question 96. The National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC, Option A, is a federal regulatory body. Option B, drafts model laws and standards for state adoption. It has no direct regulatory authority. Option C, sells insurance. Option D, licenses agents directly. The correct answer is option D, licenses agents directly. The NAIC is a coordinating body of state regulators. It drafts models but doesn't regulate directly. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 97. The standard mortgage clause provides more protection than a loss payable clause because: Option A, the mortgagee has fewer rights. Option B, the mortgagee's coverage is not voided by the insured's acts. Option C, the mortgagee pays the premium. Option D, the mortgagee is the insured. The correct answer is option B, the mortgagee's coverage is not voided by the insured's acts. The standard mortgage clause protects the mortgagee's interest even if the insured violates policy conditions. Question 98. An additional insured under a CGL policy is typically added by: Option A, automatic provision. Option B, endorsement, often required by contracts. Option C, the agent's verbal agreement. Option D, no formal process. The correct answer is option D, no formal process. Additional insureds are added by endorsement. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 99. The vacancy permit in a commercial property policy. Option A removes the vacancy exclusion. Option B increases the vacancy period from 60 days with reduced coverage. Option C has no effect. Option D cancels the policy. The correct answer is option B, increases the vacancy period from 60 days with reduced coverage. The vacancy permit allows continued coverage for a vacant building, typically with reduced coverage or higher premiums. Question 100. The each occurrence limit in a CGL policy is: Option A, the annual maximum. Option B, the maximum paid for all damages from a single occurrence. Option C, the same as the aggregate. Option D, the deductible. The correct answer is option A, the annual maximum. The per occurrence limit caps payment per event. In this rotation, A is correct.